Today I have a haul for you. I bought a lot of volumes and I bought them from rightstuff.com during their Christmas sale, and so I have a lot to show you. I'll show you them individually, one by one, and yeah, I guess I went on a shopping spree since I've been, really like containing myself to refrain from buying manga. But here I am. Enjoy the video. The first series I decided to buy was Moggy, and I bought a lot of volumes and I'll show you them individually soon. So Moggy is pretty well known, I think. If you haven't even tried it, there's like 2 seasons of anime and the manga is completely finished, but fan translated, totally finished, and it's pretty up to date in terms of the licensed manga, which is why I bought them. And yeah, so this is volume 13. The art is just amazing. Is there a color page? Nope. Okay, but yeah, lovely. So 13. Then I have 14 over here. 15. And like in terms of the manga, they're very colorful, and I think that really adds to my bookshelf, because a lot of them aren't really colorful, they're black and white. Then this is 16, 17. I also like the spin-off about Sinbad's story, but I do like Moggy much more. This is 18. And 19. Oh, this is 20. 21. And lastly, and not lastly, 23. I don't know where 22 is. I'll go find it now. Take back what I said about being the last one. I got a couple more. I didn't realize I bought this many. So then I have volume 22 of Moggy. 23 I already showed. And then I have 4. 25. 26. 27, 28, 29, and lastly, finally, volume 30. And I believe this is nearing to completion. I don't remember which volume it ends, but it's getting there. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to buy so many of this. Also, it was coming in bundles, so it was pretty cheap. And so yeah, I just kind of like took that chance to just buy a lot, since I haven't been really buying manga this whole year. So yeah. Anyways, I'll go on to the next series. So next I have a BL series. It has a total of 3 volumes. And it's not really numbered because each part is like a sequel to the next, like specials and extras. So this is a very cute story. It's very vanilla, very sweet. So if you like that, you should read it. And I really like the art. It's very chill and relaxing, and I'll show you the front covers in a sec. But yeah, it's really nice. I'm pretty sure it's entirely translated online, so you guys can have a little read through that yourself. And then, if you like it, go support the mangaka. So here's the first volume, and this is the cover. Here's the blurb if you like to pause and read. And it's just very nice, very cute. Volume 1. Then we have volume 2, which is slightly more thicker. It is called The Theory of Happiness. As you can see, once again, the front cover, gorgeous. I don't know why I'm flicking through these, but yeah. And then we have the last volume, called Limit. Also really nice. And yeah, that is the second series. Finally got my hands on the rest of the volumes. I really love this series. It's so good. You have to buy it. You should read it online if you can't. Oh my god. So I'm pretty sure this is the author of Pandora Hearts, and this is the case study of Vanitas. I raved about this in a previous video, so you guys can go check that out. I'll probably put it on a card or something. So here is the blurb. But like, look at the art. Look at how beautiful. He's so beautiful. I had this as my lock screen for like a long ass time. But this is the volume 2. This is volume 3. I just fell in love with the art. It's so nice. And the story is pretty good too. Probably biased, but you know. And volume 4. Even the girls are so nicely drawn. Love it. So this is the 3 volumes. I got 3 volumes of wotakoi, and these are huge. So if I compare it to the case study of Vanitas, these manga are much bigger, as you can see. It's like this much more. I did not expect it, and it's also really thick as well, but that's probably because the pages are large. But oh my god, this series is freaking cute. It's animated, so you guys can check that out. I've read it before it was animated, and you know, when it got serialized, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. So I'll show you each of the individual covers. So this is volume 1. And I just love every single couple in this. Oh my god. And then this is volume 2, which I showed you before. And this is volume 3. Oh my god, so cute. And there is a color pages inside, as you can see. I won't show you the rest because, you know, it's like, I guess it's like a surprise. There's some on the front covers as well. Oh, okay, sorry. Let me just show you the blurb for the first volume, just in case you guys have not read this yet. But here it is. And yeah, that is all for manga. Next, I got loads of like light novels, but it's only really 2 series. I just bought a bunch from each series. So I'll show you that now. So the first novel series I got is So I'm a Spider, So What? By Okina Baba. Whew! I cannot rave about this novel. Ooh. I believe I read the web novel version of it, which is quite heavily translated online. And when I found out that it was going to get, you know, actually translated in English, the light novel version, I was like hyped because I know there is some differences between the web novel and light novel. And the web novel is really amazing, so, you know, I think it was the web novel that was translated. But anyways, the art is amazing. Like, can you see this? Ooh. As you can see, I have a thing for art. It's just beautiful, and it's so good. It's about a girl, well, it starts off like, it starts as your typical like isekai story where there's a girl who kind of like dies and goes to another world. But the difference between this is that her whole class dies and goes to another world, and they reincarnate into a, you know, specific body or person of that world. She reincarnated into a spider, and then it's really a lot about the evolving of her character and the things she gets to find out about the world. And this world follows a system trope where they have a system to help them like game character stats. So, you know, back then it was still fairly rare when I was reading it. So, you know, I really like the story, so I decided to support it, and, you know, it's a really good read. This is the first volume. Here is the blurb, so you guys can read that. And yeah, if you're not sure, you guys can check out the web novel online first and see what you think. If you like it, you can probably buy the light novel because it's different. Then this is a volume 2. Look how gorgeous the art is. And this is the blurb. This is volume 3. Beautiful. And lastly, volume 4, which you were looking at before. Another thing is, if you're not really a reading person, but I really highly suggest you read it, even if you aren't. There is a manga version that is already translated to English, both properly with a company and also online, so you guys can check that out. But it's not as good as reading it. That's why it's a biased opinion, since I really like reading, and a lot of things I imagine seems a bit more cooler in my imaginations than when I read it on manga. So, you know, it's up to you. But highly recommend this. So this is the first series. The last series is the Rising of the Shield Hero, or Shield Bro for short. I bought the first volume a while back, so I must have talked about it before, but you know, since it's a new season of anime, and this exact series is getting animated, you know, as we speak. Not really, but like it's being broadcasted in this current season. I thought I should talk about it. So, I've said this before, but I've read the web novel version of it, and it's, I think, totally translated online. So if you're not sure, you can't really afford to buy the first volume and you're not sure, go check out the web novel first and then go back to here. The first couple of chapters are very similar, and then later on it kind of diverts, but you get a gist of the storyline. So, once again, it's a kind of isekai story, but he doesn't die. Our main character gets transported to another world, and he has to, you know, save the world, yay. He's a shield hero, and there's 3 other more heroes who each have a weapon that they classify as. He's a shield. And I really like the story, at least from my memory I do, and I read the first volume fairly quickly, and really enjoyed it, so yeah. So it's a very typical cliche kind of story where, you know, you're saying it. Our main character does have flaws, you do get annoyed with him sometimes, but overall I think it's a very good, adventurous, good story, and there's a lot of good face slapping. Pretty sure, I doubt they'll take it out of the light novel. So it's pretty satisfying, and I do enjoy it. It's a good read, and that is why I bought loads of the volumes, and I'll show you each of the covers very soon. Yeah, so this is the second volume, which I am currently reading, and then the volumes I'm going to show you won't be in order. I'll try to, but it's just that it's in a box right now, so it's kind of hard. So this is volume 3, volume 4, and another reason why I really like this series is because at least when I read it, I really feel the main character Naofumi's frustration and angst, which is really nice. Sometimes you can really kind of like empathize, even though you don't really understand what he's feeling, because you're reading from his point of view. It's pretty fun to read. Then I have volume 11. I'm not sure if any of these covers will be spoilers, so just keep in mind if you don't want to look at it. This is volume 8. Volume 9. Volume 10. Volume 6. Volume 7. And lastly, volume 12. Like the Moggy one, I bought these in bundles. That's why I was able to buy this much, because usually if you buy them individually, it's around like 20 bucks, which is quite hefty. And I believe each one has a color page, as you can see. And yeah, that's all.
So that's my entire haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and